See. Hey JD, good morning. First in line. First in line. How are you this morning? Welcome, welcome. Good morning, my dearest. How was your day? It's beautiful Friday, huh? I don't know what kind of Friday we got going on here yet. It's so dark out. You can't even see the dog, can you? Right there's Toby. The sun will come up in a few as we walk. There, you just got a glimpse of little Toby there. Hey, Waimuyu. How are you today? Welcome, welcome. As you can see, we're in the dark today. There's no clouds in the sky. It's just dark. It's that time of the year. I believe at the end of this month they do the fallback where we lose an hour. So it may be a little brighter in the mornings, but not, I don't think, for much. Come on, little Toby. How's everybody today? Oh, it's sunny there, huh, JD? This is what it's going to look like at the beginning of our walks. Just because it's winter time coming. It's pretty cold out. It's not even 10 degrees above freezing. We're real close to the freezing mark. So fast too. Just a couple of weeks ago it was 80 degrees, 90 degrees. Our weather's crazy really here. What time is it? It is 6:35 a.m. This is what time we got to be out walking if I'm going to get an hour to 2 hours in with Toby every morning. We got to be out walking at this time. Because I try to start work by 8. A lot of times it's not till 9. Hey Wamuyu, let me get you since it's so cold here, let me give you this warm blue jacket here. Keep you warm. I'm surprised you're not in blue already. $1:35 p.m. there where you're at, JD? Yeah, 7-hour difference. There you can see Toby. Now you can see him under the street light. It's lunchtime. We haven't even gotten to breakfast time yet. It's already your lunchtime. Come on, Tobes. Let's keep moving. We've got a class today for our lunchtime. That's what we do on Fridays for lunch. We've got our Friday, it is an obedience class where they learn to walk with the healing and stay when you tell them to stay. Obedience stuff. stay calm, take it, leave it, all kinds of things. They learn how to take things from you and hold on to them. Stay where they're put, sit when they're supposed to sit, all that good stuff. And then they have courses too, where the next class, we don't stick around for the second class, but the class after us, it's a course where they lay out all these instructions, and you got to go around and follow the instructions with your dog, and your dog's supposed to do all the different, like sit, stay, different things, make turns. I got to clean up after our boy here. It'll be just a second here, folks. Hey, Wanga Lady Official, thanks for coming by. You got here just in time for me to, whoops, clean up after Toby. Hold on a second, I'll put the phone down. So I can see what I'm doing. Hold on, Toby. Hold on, Toby. Okay, sorry about that, folks. We had to clean up after Toby's morning business. He took care of his 1, 2, 3. Wango's lady's asking what time it is there. I can't see light. It is 11 minutes after 7 here, 7:15. Oh, JD, you're learning German. I'm reading through the chat here. I'm not very good at reading through the chat because I'm too busy trying to look where I'm stepping. "6:30 p.m. in Michigan." No. I'm sorry about the time. I was looking at minutes. It's 6:40 a.m. in Michigan. A.m. But pretty soon, our 6:40 p.m. is going to be dark too. During wintertime, we get hardly any hours of sunlight. Maybe 10. Here's some Halloween decorations for you guys. Ooh. Scary, scary. Scary, scary. How's that for some Halloween? People are starting to put out their holiday decorations here early. Not that Halloween's a holiday, but it kind of is. People treat it like a holiday. Decided that he's going to walk on the other side of trees on me now. It started this week. Earlier in the week. Yesterday he only did it once, where he walked around the other side of a pole and wouldn't come back around. A goofy kid. He knows better than that. He's an experienced dog. He knows how to get walked. This is my village at night. I'm sorry, early morning. Now late at night there won't be any traffic. Little Toby. This store right here on the right is a comic book store. They just sell comic books here. I don't think he even sells video games. Just comic books. We'll get out here on the busy street and the street lights, we'll be able to see better. Here in Saudi, it's 4:30 p.m. Huh. Is it? Nate's in Saudi also, isn't she? Is that a good place to work, Wanga lady? I spent years working away from home. I worked all over the U.S. from 2008 to 2019. Staying in hotels, motels, extended stays. I stayed at one hotel in Kentucky where I was the longest ever staying guest. They've probably had people come and stay longer since then, but I had the record at one time. When I was out in New Mexico state, I got real close at that hotel to meeting the guy's record. The guy had 3 years in the hotel, 3 years and a couple of months, and I had 3 years. I missed him by a couple of months. And I knew the guy that had the record out there. I met him here in Michigan. Well, what's for lunch, people? What's for lunch, people? We're going to have our regular breakfast. Candy and soda pop, I think, today. No, we'll probably eat some eggs and toast. Here in the USA, we eat meat protein every meal. And if you don't get it, you don't feel like you've eaten. That's how we're conditioned here. I noticed a lot of the Kenyan cooking, there's no meat in there. When I watch my friends eating, it's all vegetables and ugali. Here, if you don't have meat on your plate, you didn't eat yet. Isn't that funny? Different cultures. Come on, little Toby. There's so many stores in this town. This is called the Dollar General. And they sell just a bunch of cheap items in there. Food stuff. Not really food stuff, but junk food stuff. They do have bread and milk. And a frozen food. There's another one of those stores right across the street right there called Family Dollar. They sell the same junk this store sells. These stores are everywhere. We probably get at least 5 of these Family Dollars here in our town. BOK makes videos shopping at the Family Dollars and the Dollar Generals. That's the kind of stuff they have. You'll see it on the BOK videos. Oh, here's some more Here's some more Halloween decorations. Sometimes you'll get to a neighborhood and there'll be house after house decorated. Maybe closer to the end of the month it'll be like that here. Oh, they just turned off their lights. They turned off their lights and we're back in the darkness. Come on, little Toby. Come on, little Toby. With this retractable leash, he can stop and goof off on the way anywhere he wants. Usually, till I get to the end of the 16-foot lead, and then I just hold on to it. I don't pull on it, and he knows it's time to come along. Come along, little Toby. Oh, now he's got me wrapped up. Excuse me. We live streamed yesterday evening on a walk. I was surprised to see we had such a good turnout. We walked downtown along the river, and we sat in the park and filmed the sunset. It was nice. It was good views yesterday. The weather was really nice. Everything, it was cooperating. And I think when we got back, it was in the dark, because we stayed till sunset, and we were a little over a mile from home. But it's not a straight line mile. I don't think that sun's gonna come up today. It's been coming up every day for a long time. But it's not coming up today, it looks like. Maybe he's taking a day off. Everybody needs a day off. At one time, when I was a young grown man, I lived here, upstairs of this building right here. Oh, for about a year. This was the first time, my first apartment I ever lived by myself was right up there. We haven't seen very many rabbits along this busy street. Toby's pretty at ease. He hasn't seen any rabbits to get him all pumped up. We had I posted a short a couple of days ago where we had walked up on a rabbit, and Toby didn't lose his mind or anything. Usually he goes crazy. He wants to chase him so bad. He's never actually gotten a chance to, because he's always on the leash when we're out walking. And at home, he's in the fenced-in yard. So, ooh, it's getting dark out. Again, we got our trusty flashlight. Come on, Toby. I thought there were more streetlights here. Oh, there is. There's a streetlight there, but it's not lit up. I'm sure it's no fun watching dark. Oh, look on the horizon there. You can see the sun's coming up. We're starting to get a little light action over there. I appreciate everybody coming by. We're working on collecting our WH. We're doing real well on our subs also. We're picking up a couple every day. Just about every live stream we pick up at one sub. And that's moving right along pretty good. Every once in a while we get a help from one of our friends pinning us. Like Anastasia Blessed or Unfiltered Maria. Nate DeChovy pins us, and we pick up subs that when she pins us too. But we get, I believe we're getting subs from our shorts and our sparse videos. We haven't put out very many videos recently. Too busy at work to deal with it. Excuse me. YouTube is a full-time job. It's over a full-time job, and they don't pay. So I gotta choose my regular job over YouTube when it comes down to it. Of course. I'm sure everybody else does too. Oh, look at that. You can see Toby glowing in the headlights. One lady says, to those who are doing full-time job on YouTube are earning good money. I imagine they are. It takes a lot of work, though, is what I was saying. I don't have that kind of time to post a lot of videos. If I do, my work suffers. I like that you can make shorts and outtakes from the live streams. It's kind of lazy, but I like to do that too. That doesn't take a whole lot of time. The videos are so much work. We used to not do live streams at all. I like that we do them now. Yeah, Wonga lady, we're on a morning walk. Every morning I gotta walk this boy because he's a very active dog. He's got to have his exercise every day. So we walk for an hour or two every morning. And usually in the evenings, we don't walk a whole hour, but we walk. Sometimes we spend time like that. Like last night, we were out for almost 2 hours walking. Just depends what time we leave the house, how I'm feeling, what the weather's doing. Come on, Toby. We're getting some sunlight coming up. We are having fun with the YouTube, though. We're having lots of fun. I like meeting people from all over and seeing how everybody lives around the world. I like the village life. It seems so simple. When I see like Wakesho's village life and Faith, their village life videos, it seems so simple, but I know it's a struggle. I know it's hard work. I guess like anything else, it's hard work everywhere, no matter what you're doing. Whether you live in a modern city or whether you live in the village, it's all work. You don't work, you don't eat. We seem to get pretty steady views on our shorts. Although, like every third short, every fourth short is a bummer, doesn't get anything, but we've been getting views into the thousands, over 1,000 to 2,000 normally. And our live streams are hitting, some of them hit up into the thousands. But usually they're just in the several hundred. We're doing okay. Like I said, having a good time. Toby's a star. Yeah, today Toby will be tired. By the time we get back, we still got another half hour to go. Something stopped this boy. He stopped to come right back. Okay, come on, Bubba. Come on, Bubba. School bus. Walk, walk, walk. Everywhere, walk, walk, walk. Thank goodness we can. Not. Oh, come on, Toby. Come on, little buddy. That building there is a senior citizen high rise. When you get old and retired in the U.S. and you're collecting your Social Security pension, the government will subsidize your housing after you're 60 years old. And that's what that building is. It's a subsidized housing building for retired people and handicapped people. So there might be handicapped people there as young as in their 20s. But most of the people will be over 65 and retired. Come on, Toby. We got several of these big high-rises like this, apartment buildings. They're run by the county government, runs them with using federal dollars, federal tax dollars. Hi, Kevinish. Welcome. Thanks for coming by. Hold on, Tobe. Thanks for coming by. We're out on our morning walk, doing our thing. It's dark out because of the changes. Morning walks. Yesterday we experimented with doing a live stream during our evening walk. It worked out pretty good. Most of the people were USA people. I think there was an Australian guy, and one Kenyan was there. It was so late, it was like 2 a.m. in the morning on East Africa time. Come on, Toby, let's keep moving. This is a little park here called Columbus Avenue Park. It's just a little pocket park, garden with benches. For folks to relax. Usually I see homeless people sitting in there. Everybody's got to live somewhere, right? Sometimes these people live in the parks here. But with the weather changing, you won't see too many homeless people around here. Where am I? Kevinish, hold on a second. We live in Michigan, Kevinish. This is one of the business districts in town. Not hardly the main business district. It's probably the fifth biggest business area in town. These are just little shops. There's several thrift stores, repair shops. These guys are selling used furniture, clothes, housewares, utensils, things like that. This store here, all they sell is yarn for knitting and crocheting. They sell yarn. Isn't that neat? There used to be more businesses right in this area, but the city's been buying the buildings out and tearing them down because they're putting in a big housing project here. Where are you at, Kevnish? Where are you located? Where's home? I'm guessing you're in the USA. Here's another used clothing store. Oh, look at that. They got a letter sweater from my high school in there. That's from the high school I went to. I believe the girls wore gold and the boys wore purple. Letter sweaters. Come on, boy. Oh, you're in New Jersey. I had a driving job several years ago when there was a couple years of oil. I work in the oil industry, and when the price of oil crashes, everybody's jobs go bye-bye. And one year I had a driving job when the oil wasn't high enough to give me work. And I drove all over the east side of the U.S. and several times I drove into and through New Jersey. And I'm thinking it was New Jersey where you can't pump your own gasoline at the gas station. You got to have somebody pump it for you. Am I remembering correctly? This is a new business. This is a new business here on this corner. The only thing that really ever lasts in that building there on the corner is like insurance agencies, stuff like that. I don't think that a clothing store is going to make it there. Oh, it's cold enough to see the breath. Here's another thrift store. This one's called Ideal Furniture. They got all kinds of stuff in there. I bought stuff here. I've even bought construction equipment here. Oh, they're not here no more. They're cleaned right out. I wonder where they moved to. Huh. Hold on, Toby. People drive like crazies here. I had no idea they closed down. There's another store up the street here, 2 blocks, that closed down recently. And there's a new business in there. It looks like they sell new clothes. Maybe it's a t-shirt business, not sure. This used to be a big Gothic cathedral type church here until it burned down in late 1970s. And they built this strange looking building. It's round and it's 1 story, where the old church was huge, tall, with the church, the bells and all that. This is where my kids went to school, here at this church school. Come on, Toby. They got some kind of function going on in there. We got a lot of churches here in town. A lot of people go to church. Oh, they're having a blood drive today. Look at that. Maybe we'll come give blood later. I doubt it, but maybe. We used to give blood all the time. Hold on, Toby. Like I said, people don't really wait for you here. This building here, this is a Taekwondo studio. This is where my two oldest kids came for. Well, even the youngest daughter came here. They came here for years for Taekwondo. My two sons were pretty high-flying martial artists. Come on. When they were kids, they were like the Ninja Turtles on TV, flying around, kicking and punching, and they could really do all kinds of neat acrobatics with their Taekwondo. Number two son, when the school would put on exhibitions, the teacher would put two chairs out in the middle where he's talking, and my number two son he'd have him come out, and he would have him do the splits between the two chairs with one foot on one chair and one foot on the other, just hanging in the air like that. Both boys do that. They were high-flying dudes back when they were young. Now, not so much. Now that they're grown men, they're not so high-flying. But boy, when they were kids, they were something to see. I got a lot of video of them when they were kids, having class, taking tests, going to demonstrations. The oldest son was super technical with his Taekwondo. And number two son was very acrobative. How's that how you say it? Acrobative with his Taekwondo. And they're both, number one son's probably 5th degree. I don't remember. Black belt. Number two son's probably 3rd degree. Somewhere in there. They went for years and years and years. I think number one son started when he was about 9 years old, and he went till he was 17. And number two son started when he was 6 years old, and he went till he was 17. So they had a lot of years in on it. And they went to this dojo here around the corner from the house, and they went every day. Every day, Monday through Friday, they went and worked out. I got some really great kids. 3 of them. And they are the boss. Everywhere they go, every job they take, any situation, social situation they're in, they're always the leader. They're always the manager. They're always the boss in charge. They're great kids. I think that going to the Catholic school helped them become successful adults. You did Goju? A long time ago, says Kevnish. I was never into martial arts. I wanted to, but my dad was cheap. My dad never paid. Unless it was free, we didn't do it when I was a kid. If it was free, we could do it. If it costs money, sorry, you're out of luck. But when I hit high school, I got on the wrestling team. And I was on the wrestling team for a couple of years. I was even team captain 2nd year. Those were the days. That's that kind of stuff you never forget too. I couldn't go through a wrestling workout, but I sure remember it. We used to even have to do crazy things like walk on our hands across the room, stand on our heads, all kinds of tumbling, plus learning all the wrestling moves, climbing stairs for an hour at a time, getting in condition, trying to make weight. There was times there when you're trying to make a certain weight class and you weigh too much, you got to cut your weight. Otherwise, don't let you wrestle at whatever weight you're supposed to be at. And Come on, Toby. I can remember eating ice cubes and crackers for meals because you couldn't eat nothing because you're losing weight. You got to lose another half a pound or something crazy like that. Nowadays, they don't let you do that in high school sports. Good morning, Anastasia. How are you today? We're on the back side of our walk. Did you go to Shamba today, or did you go to the market? What you got going on? Oh no, I'm spinning. Go. I hit the refresh. Come on, Toby. Come on, Toby. Hopefully we're back. Hopefully we're back. Did we make it? Yeah, the sun's just now coming up. We walked in the dark for a long time. Come on. Come on. Oh, still. There, I just refreshed a second time. Let's see if we come back this time. We've got bars. We've got internet. We should be back with you. I was bringing you by these people's house over here that have a lot of Halloween decorations. There's 3 houses, but 2 of them already turned their stuff off this morning, it looks like. Anastasia, are we back, Anastasia? Can I get a yes or no? Well, I guess not a no, but there we go. We're good, Anna. Come on, Toby. We're on the back side of our walk. We've already been out. Looks like about 50 minutes. The sun finally came up. I think it's going to be a beautiful Friday. It's really chilly out. Here's some Halloween for you. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, scary, scary. Scary, scary. Wow, how do you like that? Pretty fancy, huh? What are you thinking, Toby? Helena Koya, how are you? How are you? Welcome. Why am I like this? Because I was born this way, I guess. I didn't learn it. I must have been born this way. Because who would teach their kid to be like this, right? Welcome, friends. Welcome, friends. The sun came up. It's, well, like I always say, it's a lot darker than it is on the camera. We're gonna bend a few extra corners. We're about 10 minutes from our first hour, but we'll go a little longer today. Anastasia says, I'm at Girl House to eat lunch coming from the market. Oh, you're at Helen's. Cool. Cool, you're lucky to have, you guys are lucky to have such good friends living close by. There's some more Halloween. Did Helen cook something good for you, Anastasia? One of these days, we'll walk to the... Well, Toby can't go inside. There's a restaurant up here we've been wanting to try that has breakfast. One of these days, we'll stop and have breakfast, too. So we've been through the pass-through a few times at the Starbucks. We'll have to go check out a restaurant. I know you guys have seen inside the USA grocery stores. No different than the Kenya grocery stores. I'm good, Helen. I'm good today. How about yourself? How are the girls? I've been missing you. I stayed up last night to see if you were coming on. I don't remember who we were watching. Anastasia was there. Who were we watching, Anna? Were we at Maria's house? Oh, we were at JD's. We went from JD's to Maria. I had already been at Maria's earlier. She's here eating on a cooking pot. She can't wait for me to serve her. Oh, she's eating out of the pot. Sometimes that's the best bowl. The pot you're cooking in. I made some gumbo earlier this week. And I threw 2 pounds of bagged okra, frozen okra in there. And then I went out and cut all the okra I had growing and threw it in there. And shoot, there was probably half a pound of chicken, half a pound of sausage, a pound of shrimp. And all be danged if the spice mix I used, it was super spicy. Oh my goodness, the soup turned out so spicy I can't eat it. And it's a great big bowl, it's a great big pot of soup with all that meat in there and okra. But it's too spicy for me to eat. Ha. Oh, you're eating good, Anna? What's Helen feeding you? Is she feeding you the American breakfast? Bacon, eggs, toast. Maybe some potatoes or some grits. Or are you having Kenyan breakfast? Some kale and spinach. This boy's pushing me around this morning. He's not letting me walk. Come on, Toby. Come on, Toby. You're getting out of control, buddy. I'm going to step on you. I'm going to step on you if you keep crossing in front of me. Look, he keeps walking right in front of me. American breakfast, Titlepro, leave me alone. Dr. Stella says, I've been in the bush reading y'all's messages. How's everyone? I believe everyone is fine today. I know me and Toby are doing good. Look, is that the kind of motorbike Grace McCoo's driving? I bet you could haul all kinds of farm products on that. That's the Harley Davidson. Okay, Toby. Come on, Toby, let's go a couple blocks this way. That's a bar. That used to be a big bar. Now it's a tattoo parlor. But this is a club for veterans. I think it's for the Polish League of American Veterans. So you got to be a Polish ancestry to belong to it and be a U.S. veteran. Toby says he wants to go in. Oh yeah, I forgot all about that, Dr. Stella. Hey Anastasia, how's your flu? Are you feeling any better? Did you make it to the store to get some medicine yesterday? I sure hope you're feeling better. The flu is no fun. Allergies are no fun either. Either or, they both suck. Uh-oh, Titlepro, I have a case filed in court. Uh-oh. Who did what, Helen? Who did what? There it is. Old Glory. Come on, Toby. We're trying to get somewhere. We've got to be back home within half an hour. So we got to keep moving because we're moving in the direction opposite of home. Oh, when we can move. Look at this kid. Look at this kid. He won't come. He won't come. He's sniffing where there must have been girl dogs walking through here. It's that time of the year for the girl dogs to be in heat. And that's what hangs them up. Rabbits and girl dogs. Did anybody go to Assad's website and see the Toby merchandise? He's got mugs, t-shirts, hoodies with Toby on there. He's got a Halloween special design also for Halloween. Assad Danger brand on YouTube. He's in here every couple of days. The mugs look really nice. We'll probably order a mug for sure. I like the t-shirts. I'll have to look into it more. Toby loves a fence line. He loves to sniff the whole way. There's one of our favorite churches over there in the background. Come on, little buddy. He's all alert now. There's a big dog barking. And there goes a cat. Now he's in border collie mode. He was in nice dog mode a minute ago. His switch flipped. Now he's going to be crazy boy. Crazy boy. He's pretty mellow for a border collie, though. So I really can't complain when he twists off like that. You can see him moving. He's hard to hang on to. Come on, Toby. Crazy boy. He's everywhere. This is what walking a border collie is like. You see he's everywhere. Crazy boy. So you're better today, Anna? That's good. That's good. That's good to hear. Come on. Come on. Come on, little Toby. Hello. You want a pet? Okay, yeah, just a second. Let me step on his lead so he doesn't jump up. There we go. This is Toby.
Hi, Toby.
He just turned 3 2 Mondays ago. Yep, he's a border collie.
I thought so.
He's a real fun guy. He's really mellow. He's the most mellow border collie.
One over there.
Oh yeah, I saw that dog. That dog barks at us when we walk by.
You know, if they come at 7:30 and go past your house, why let the dog out?
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for petting him. Everybody loves their Toby. Hey, Tommy. I'm trying to see your last name. Plexico. Tommy Plexico. How's it going? Thanks for coming by. We're out on our morning walk. We're on the extended mode today. It's Friday. And we're having such a good time. We're going to walk a little longer today. As you can see, we're here in the USA. You can see the flag. Whereabouts you at, Tommy? We're in the USA by Detroit. This is little Toby Dog. And this is what we do. We used to just walk and no talk. Until somebody told me I should start talking, and now we're talking and walking. Our town was founded in the 1850s, and a lot of the neighborhoods we walk through are old like that, late 1800s, and then there's newer neighborhoods. This is the restaurant that I was talking about earlier. It used to be a real hopping bar way back. I don't know if I'm sure it's still a bar. It says they're open, but from what I understand, they put on a really good breakfast. Only Toby can't go in there, so we can't stop and eat today. If we had the car where he could sit in the car, yeah, we'd go in. We've been wanting to get in here forever. Oh, it looks nice too. They got tablecloths. Yeah, we'll have to come and eat here. It says today, open today, breakfast, and then they have a buffet with bluegill fish on it. Ooh, that sounds good. Breakfast buffet and bluegill. They've reopened, it says. And this is called the Oasis Lounge. Been there forever. Forever. Some people have beautiful yards and some people have that. I gotta admit that my yard isn't always the cleanest, but I try to keep it from looking like that. I try. I don't know how successful I am. Dr. Sella says she's seen a Toby transport truck. This is amazing at Assad's. Oh yeah, Assad's got it going on. He loves him some Toby. And the first time he put Toby on a truck was maybe 6 months ago. And he wrote Toby music. He's edited a couple videos for us. I'm getting ready to send him another one. He makes really flashy videos. You'll see the difference in the videos that I make and the videos that he makes when I get the new one, when I get it back from him. He's a real good guy. He lives in Pakistan with his wife, and I believe they live in a family compound, and he's got twin daughters that are a couple years old. Twin daughters like Helen's got twin daughters. Probably about the same age, too. Make me say wow. You like that? That's actually the sunrise. It's going to be a really nice day. There's a few clouds in the sky, but I think they're going to go away. How's it going? Make me say wow. Thanks for coming by. We sure appreciate you visiting. We're on our morning walk. Ooh, look at that. That was a burnout there. Somebody's house burned up. Let's see, we're not going to walk over there, but we'll get a little bit closer. You can see it burned up good. Probably, if it's still standing, maybe they're going to rebuild it. I don't know. I would not. If I had a house that burned down in the city, I would take the insurance money and move out of the city. The taxes are so high here and the utilities. They charge more for the sewer than they do for the water. They charge us for both. When you turn on your water, you're getting charged, and as it's going down the sink, you're getting charged 2 times. Oh, there's a guy selling a bench. Nice bench. Who knows? Probably faulty wiring, these old houses. That's usually what takes them down. It costs a lot of money to update the wiring, because like most of these houses, the wiring never gets updated. And you got a house here from the 1900s or 1930s with the wiring from back then. You're looking at disaster. That's usually what takes these old houses out. Wiring fires. Simone TV, good morning, good morning. How are you today? Well, I'm sure it's good afternoon for you. But we're here in the morning. It's 7:41 a.m. And we're out for our morning walk. My boy Toby. Toby, give us a smile, kid. This is St. Stanislaus Church, but they also call it Our Lady of Czestochowa or something like that parish. It's a big one. This was built in the 1800s. Look at each of those roof tiles are probably $50 each. Look at all that money. All the metal work up top is copper. They didn't spare any expense back then. And the bells up there work, up in the towers. They play music. We'll come by on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon. I believe they play at 7 p.m. Maybe we could check it out one day. It also had a church school that was run by nuns. There's the church school. I believe this says it was built in the 1890s. The cornerstone was blessed in 1890, and the church was dedicated in 1892. It took them a couple years to build this only. Look at that. We'll back up. You can get a full view. Look at that. Kind of scary. You know, when you look at, every time you look at these old buildings like this, you see something new. You see something different that you hadn't seen before. You can't see the stained glass windows because they're behind storm glass. But I imagine from inside you could see them. You can see the bells. Well, one of them anyhow from here. Let's see, we'll zoom up. It's massive, it's huge, look at that. And then look at, there's a statue right here. I imagine that's the Virgin Mary, the Blessed Mother, carrying the baby Jesus. Excellent. Excellent. Helen says when she lands in America, our meeting point is going to be right here. There's the rectory. And then the church hall where you have all the parties and receptions and meetings. That's a real newer building. But you can see the architecture of the rectory. That's 1800s also. I imagine the school was built around the same time too. This would be a school where the nuns would teach you. They'd have a bunch of nuns, Sisters of Mercy or something. Something like that would come and they would probably live in the rectory there and teach right here. Or they'd live in the neighborhood somewhere. The nuns that taught at the schools my kids went to, they lived right in the neighborhood. Sister Pat and Sister Julie. One was a teacher and one was a principal, and they were there for 50, 60 years. They actually taught my uncles when my uncles went to the school. I'm looking for a cornerstone, but I'm not seeing one to see if it's as old as the church. There's the parish center. They built it to look like the church, but it's not from the same time frame. I'm thinking this is like 1990s. Early 2000s. I don't remember when they built it. Thousands and thousands of kids come through here. Now, I think part of the building is used as a homeless shelter, and I don't know what they do with the rest of the building. It's probably just vacant. These schools used to have thousands of kids. And now they've consolidated all the church schools down into 2 or 3, and each school only has 200 or 300 kids in it. I believe the high school has less than 200 kids, when it used to have 1,000. When I was in high school, the big Catholic high school by my house, they had probably 800 or 900 kids. And then when my kids graduated, they were down. When my oldest kid graduated from there, they were down to 200 kids in the whole school. And then when number 2 son graduated, they were under 200 kids in the whole school. It's hard to keep the buildings open for a couple hundred kids when you used to have 1,000. Simone TV says we have lots of churches and cathedrals here like that. I always love to see them. Helen says she'll be joining the nun department soon. Oh, blessed Sister Helen. Blessed Sister Helen, how are you today? I remember when the nuns used to wear the big flowing habits. Like you guys are probably too young, and they probably didn't show the show over there. But there was in the 1960s there was a show here called The Flying Nun. Late 60s, early 70s. And it was just a TV sitcom about a nun that went around solving problems, and she could fly. She had the big habit, the big flowing gowns with the giant hat. Sister Helen, the Lord be with you. Cindy Hernandez, good morning, good morning. How are you today? At Dog School Uganda. Oh, Uganda, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Dog School Uganda. I bet I don't have to ask where you're from. I'm gonna guess Uganda. That's cool. We're in USA, in Michigan, the state of Michigan. We're out for our morning walk. We're on our way home right now. We've been walking for a while already, over an hour.
I did. I told him he'd be like, oh, let me think about it. Okay, so my name is Estella, right? Estella and Estella.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi. Hello. Good
Come in.
morning, little boy.
Come on.
And like, so Estella is going to go.
Do I mind saying Uganda again? Uganda. Did I pronounce it right? Is it pronounced different? Uganda. Simone TV says her love has entered. Absolutely right, I got it. Excellent. Here's a house that looks different for the neighborhood. This isn't built the same years that the houses around it was built. This is a lot more modern here. Nice looking house. I like this guy's yard up here. He doesn't have grass in his yard. He's got all kinds of plants and flowers. He swapped out the grass for nature. Look at this. Isn't that cool? All the flowers. All the flowers. Oh, look at the white one. Come on out of there. Come on out of there, Tobe. Look at that white one. That's nice. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I wonder what it is. He's got all kinds of flowers. Woo! Ooh, look at that. Aren't those pretty? Aren't those pretty? I don't know what any of them are called, but they're really nice. Everybody saying hello to everybody. I like that. Come on, little Toby. I remember going into that corner store like it was yesterday. But it was 50 years ago. Well, 40 years ago. 44 years ago. I don't think it's been a store for probably 35 years. It's just been apartments. Isn't that crazy how time flies? The things that you see and do or get used to doing one day, 20, 30 years later, it's no more. Just a memory. There's another building coming up here on the right. See that white building ahead? I told the story before. That was a barber shop. Ollie's barber shop. And he must have been there 60 years. I think he was 80 when he retired finally. He'd been there since he was a young guy. They owned the house right next door, him and his wife. And he did quite well. Barbers make quite good money. Don't let anybody fool you. He had this place here, a place up north on Lake Huron. And I remember as a young guy in my 20s, 30s, coming to get my hair cut here. This is where my boys, when they were little, came. Since they were little, when they were little kids, this is where they came for their haircuts. This little white building. It had bigger windows. But once he retired and moved away, the people that bought the house, they painted the building, closed off the windows, and it went from being a man shed for 60 or 70 years to now it's a she shed. Thousands and thousands of men were in there getting their haircuts for decades and decades, and now it's a sewing place. Completely changed from men to women. That's pretty funny to me. Ollie probably rolled over in his grave. I'm sure he's been dead at least 20 years. But yeah, there was a door right there in the middle of the building. It had big windows. There was windows all the way across. There was a doorway in the middle. And every day, Tuesday through Saturday, Ollie was in there cutting hair. I swear he had the dullest scissors too. But I still went there. Sometimes he'd be cutting your hair and all of a sudden, your hair would get pulled. He was a real nice old guy. I haven't found a decent barber here in this town since. There was another fellow I used to go to in the north end of town over by where Toby's dog school's at. And he retired it probably 15, 20 years ago. When I traveled for work all the time, all those years I traveled, everywhere I went, I'd find a nice little barber shop where the locals went. When I was in Kentucky, the town I was in, the local barber shop is where all the men gathered and drink moonshine after they had shelves on the wall full of jars, empty jars. It was kind of cool. Sleepy little town. All the men hung out at the barber shop after hours. Well, we're almost hitting an hour and a half, folks. And it's time for the Titlepro to head inside. Start typing. Type, 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 type. Some days it's so hard to work. I'm sure everybody would love to work from home, but it's a hard thing to do. You got to really be dedicated to your job to work from home. Because when you're at home, there's too many cool things to do. Like walking a dog, playing fetch with a dog, working in the garden, watching YouTube all day, friends calling for lunch. There's so many distractions. You really got to stay on it to work from home. Once you get in your routine, though, it's not so bad. My problem is in the springtime and summertime. My main problem is I want to be out in the garden all day. So I'll end up being in the garden in the morning, trying to work a few hours and back in the garden, trying to work a few more hours, and then I end up having to work till midnight, 1 o'clock to get my time in. Come on, Bubba. This boy's, oh, he's chasing a squirrel in the tree. Toby's chasing him from the ground. Like a pointer. Now they're chattering at him. He wants to climb that tree so bad. Go, get it, Tobe. Get it. You know, if you were smart, you'd get your cat to go climb up the tree and get the squirrel for you. If you were smart, that's what you'd do. You'd get your cat to climb up there. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? He's done. Okay, come on. He wants those squirrels and rabbits so bad. Assad Danger Brand in the building. #1 Toby fan. Assad Danger Brand. Assad, I was just telling the fine folks here about your mugs and hoodies and t-shirts at your channel. And I believe Dr. Stella went over there to take a peek. How's your day, Assad? How is Pakistan today? I saw some article on the news last night that maybe there was trouble with India again. I sure hope not. Look at the backside view of the Shamba. It looks terrible. I'm gonna have to get in the garden this weekend and take all that stuff down. It's all done. There's still cucumbers hanging there and tomatoes. Eggplants are still growing, berries are still growing, but the rest of it's pretty much done. The zucchinis aren't really doing anything. They're growing green parts. Ooh, look, berries. Look at that. Look at that. You know what's about to happen, folks, right? Come on, berry. Berry, berry. Let's see, can we see? Raspberries. Oh, yummy, yummy. I believe these are the ones called champagne raspberries. The flavor is so light and delicate. Ooh, look, there's one there I can take today. Pop, they pop right off, look. Yummy, yummy. Let me step back through. Ouch. Barely picked that left leg up. Step back through here. And we'll take a look. We will take a look. Look, we got purple, green peppers growing. Those are bell peppers and they're purple. Look at that. Have you ever seen anything like that? We've got zucchinis still growing, but the plants are... I don't think those are going to go to... I don't think those are going to get big. They're pretty much done. Look, we got eggplants growing. Those are those Japanese eggplants, the long ones. And that's about it. Everything else is wiped out. Look at that. You can see there's still some cucumbers hanging in the air. Tomatoes. Everything's pretty much done. Okra. Let's see if we can zoom in. Yeah, look, you can see some okra right there. Okra pod right there in the middle. That's our little garden. It's done for the year. I'm supposed to extend this fence here. It's supposed to come out to that post, but I haven't gotten to it yet. Waiting for the landscapers. They're coming hopefully by the end of this year, before winter time. There's some more berries. Look, some big ones. A lot of them I'm not getting to because I don't them very often. Yummy, yummy. Berries in springtime. Get to work. Oh, we can't leave like that. Hopefully we're back. We can't leave on a load. We're under 1,000 subs, so we're not able to send you on a raid either. Okay, we must be back. I don't know what's for breakfast yet, Anna. I'm gonna go in there and look around. We'll probably just eat some scrambled eggs and tortillas, or maybe an egg sandwich. You guys have a good day, and I'll see you out on the streets. Are you gonna be on today, Anna? We missed you the last few days. Were you on yesterday? I don't recall. Was it the day before we missed you? Anyhow, we said goodbye. We better go. You guys, everybody, take it easy. We'll see you next time. Bye.